Fox 5 News. All right, what do children, the elderly, and postal workers have in common? They are the most frequent victims of an estimated 4.7 million dog bites every year, some even proving to be fatal. This week is National Dog Bite Prevention Week, so in tonight's Anchor Mom, what parents can do to make sure it never happens to their children.
A Point Loma baby left alone, and within minutes is mauled by a pair of dogs. It happened last month. A pit bull and a pit bull mix tore off the 6-month-old's diaper and bit his genitals. The child literally ripped apart. Now a month later, he is still recovering and living in a foster home. While many people are under the impression that certain breeds are more likely to bite, the American Veterinary Medical Association says there is little scientific evidence to support that claim. Experts say the most effective way to prevent dog attacks is educating parents to teach their children on how to behave around dogs. Madeline Gabriel is trying to do just that.
A dog and a small child is just so cute together.
Dogs and Babies Play It Safe is a class offered at Sharp Mary Birch. Madeline's goal is to help parents and expectant parents train their family pet on how to behave around children.
I become dog trainer to the expectant parents.
The class includes a detailed personal profile of the dog, along with many training tips.
Teach the dog, what do you do when you want something from people?
The Canty family is taking the course. With several young children in the home, they aren't taking any chances with their new puppy Cooper. Just a few months old, they are already seeing results.
And now hold your hand up high. Hold it up. Your hand up. Good, now give it to him. One of the most important things when you're starting off with the dog is to teach the dog automatic behaviors that you want. So rather than having your whole life go, sit, 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 stop, sit, no, down.
Sit.
Good. Go ahead and give him a treat. If you just teach the dog by reinforcing what you want. Hey, look, lay down. Here's your treat. The dog's doing things automatically. The dog approaches you before he jumps. You put a treat on the ground. It teaches the dog automatically when I approach somebody, come down with my paws all the way on the ground, and maybe look at the ground a little bit rather than look up at faces. So especially with young children, it teaches the dog to walk up, not jump on the kids, and it keeps that whole chase thing from happening with little children. Good boy. Good.
Good boy.
Good. Now put it. Yeah, that's it, Amber. Good.
Another helpful tip, get a clicker.
Boy. What the clicker is really good for is marking exactly what the dog did that you want him to do again. It keeps the dog from staring at the food in your hand, and it makes him pay attention to what he did with his body.
Then there's this.
So this exercise that we're starting is called a powwow because we sit in a circle around the puppy, and what we're working on is giving the puppy food one at a time, tiny bites as he's laying down. Drop, and then you give it to the dog. If you practice this, it makes your dog essentially lazy. So somebody drops something and the dog's like, oh, you're going to get that for me?
This helps prevent the dog from diving under the dining table when food drops. Bottom line, all pets can bite if provoked. Responsible dog ownership is key to preventing it.
And joining us now live on set is Madeline Gabriel from Sharp Mary Birch and Betty down here, who seems to like this rug a lot and wants to stay down there. But there she is. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And I've been watching Betty. She's very well behaved. So let's talk about what you call, first of all, the curse of a good dog.
Yeah, that's a big thing for parents to understand because especially looking at that really cute little golden retriever puppy, people often think all I need to do is get a good dog and then it'll be fine. But really, this idea of a curse of a good dog is that if you have a dog and the dog doesn't object to things kids do, you know, the kids hug or get in their space, you tend to think that dog will never object, and you allow your child more and more liberties with that dog. Mm-hmm. And over time, it wears down that dog's goodwill. It makes the dog wary around the children, and then that good dog could have a bad day. So when I get calls about bite consultations, it's often, wow, the dog was always so good with the baby. And then there's a list of he let the baby crawl on him, he let the baby eat his food, all these things that a dog would not usually like.
And just like people, he got kind of sick of it, right?
Could have been.
Well, let's talk about other people's dogs, too, because that also extends into that,
yes,
doesn't it?
And that's where the children get at risk. Even if their dog never had an issue with them, it really was a good dog, those children are going to go to your home, to my home, everyone else's home, with behaviors that are unsafe that will put another dog sort of on edge, and the other dog may react
Meaning treating
poorly.
it like your own. So if I crawl on my dog, I might crawl on your dog, and
Yeah.
you'll have a completely different reaction.
Yep. So I always tell parents, if your dog is good, say thank you to your dog, but protect your good dog. Just as you would protect your old dog, you know, who has arthritis or that doesn't feel well, protect the good dog as well.
All right, so stick up for them some of the time and make sure they get their space.
Yes,
I always
definitely.
tell my kids also, ask permission to pet
Yes.
someone's dog. But that's not enough, right?
Well, the second part of that is to ask the dog.
How do I do
that? You ask the dog by looking at the dog. And you keep a good 3-foot space around, and you look at the dog and try and see if the dog wants to come to you. So no child should really ever close that 3-foot gap and walk into a dog's space, even their own dog. If they act inviting and the dog comes to them, then they can feel safe having their hand out.
All right, well, I could go on all day. You have some valuable advice. Madeline Gabriel with Sharp Mary Birch, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you very
And Betty,
much.
I'd shake your hand, but I'm going to ask for permission first.
Oh, good for you.
If you would like more information on the Dogs and Babies class, Play It Safe, all you have to do is log on to our website, fox5sandiego.com. It'll be there. You can also check out my Anchor Mom blog. Look for it under Fox 5 Exclusives. We always want to hear from you in either one of these venues and get your opinions on what we're doing for you. So think about